Alright, Scott here with Venture, Indiana. It's a rainy Saturday evening. It's been raining pretty good here for about the last half hour, so I've been sitting in the truck waiting for the rain to kind of slow down. It's supposed to be clearing up here in about a half hour, and I got tired of sitting in the truck, so put on the raincoat. Just decided to get wet. I had a spot here along the river I haven't been to quite a while. I have found a lot of bottles out here in this particular stretch of the river. Done really well finding bottles. I found some really good horseshoes. Right up here I found a really nice Hutch bottle last year, I think it was. But anyway, when you think about, see that? When you think about finding bottles and stuff and doing what I'm doing, just going along and looking for things, it isn't really anything, no skill, it's just mostly luck. But the reason I'd say it's not all luck is a lot of it has to do with persistence and not giving up, just sticking with it. Be willing to go back to the same places again and again, looking over ground that you think you've looked over. And the river changes, the water goes up and down, things get washed out of the bank. So it's always changing, and you have to have a good attitude that you're going to find something good when you go look. And you just have to stick with it. A lot of times you go out and you don't find anything, but if you don't go out and you don't go looking, then you don't end up finding nothing. So just walking along here, and I'm kind of watching the side of the river here where I can see the visibility is not really great, but walking along, looking along that edge through here, and then watching high up on the bank too. And walk along and see what we can find. Hopefully I'll find something good. My gosh, I think those are carp laying along the bank here. See a lot of people going along the bank here with their boats, and they shoot them with bows. They can get pretty big. Not even seen any broken glass, really. Not found anything too far down this way, but I'll walk up through here and have a look. My main spot that I like to really look, where I found a lot of stuff, is actually behind me going the other way. So we'll check that out. Alright, well, I'll turn the camera back on when we find something. Well, when you come out looking along the river, you just never know what you're gonna find. I just found a coconut. So I don't know I didn't know that Indiana had coconuts, but I don't think I've ever seen a coconut tree along the river. So anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. No bottles yet. Somebody's recently been walking through here. Somebody's walked down this bank, and so I don't know if someone else is out here looking for bottles too, but somebody was just recently through here. But we won't let that bother us. We'll keep looking. Maybe they wasn't looking for bottles, or maybe we'll find one that they missed. You'll never know what you find on the river. I tell people that all the time, but I don't think that they really believe me. but here we go. Yes, that is a pair of false teeth. That's right where I found them. I hope the person wasn't murdered down here. But you never know. Still haven't found any bottles yet, but yesterday, I don't know if this will make it on my video or not, but yesterday when I was on a different spot on the river, found a coconut. So, coconut one day, pair of false teeth on the other. So it's a pretty wide variety of things that you can find. Oh look, there's a spoon. So, just to find anything and everything on the river, it looks like. But alright, well, here's the first potential bottle right there. And I was walking down the river this way, and I walked right past this one. And so it kind of shows you, you know, you gotta look as careful as possible. I don't know if it's broke or if it's whole or if it's a good one. Feels pretty whole. Oh, that's a... Thank you, Jesus. Hey, look at that. That is a beautiful bottle right here. I found a lot of broke ones of these. I do have a whole one of this. It says Henry Kagan, Star Sing Bottling Works, Lafayette, Indiana. That's a great bottle. And it was just right there, and I walked right past it. So, you know, that's awesome. That is really awesome to come out and find this. That's super cool. So that made my night right there. And you know, we'll see if we can find some more of it. That's great. That's going to clean up nice. I'll color over those letters. But it looks like it's in really good shape. The embossing on it is really nice and solid. So this is why you want to keep looking. You know, this is what I was talking about with persistence. I've walked down this river bank dozens and dozens and dozens of times, and never saw this one. So I'm gonna keep walking along the edge here, and we'll see if we can find any more. I'm sure there's more out here just waiting to be found. Well, it never did stop raining. That's okay. Not found any other bottles or anything, but I did find this really cool rock. It's got this neat hole in it. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to take that. But one thing that irritates me when I'm along the river is when I find stuff like this. Look at that. Somebody left a whole ball of fishing line, and it's got at least 2 hooks in it. Don't do that. That is stupid. And, you know, the reason that's bad, and I'm not going to go all like PETA about it, but, you know, you leave something like this on the river or in a lake or wherever, and look, I got another big ball, and it's got a sinker on it and a hook. You leave stuff like this on the river and lakes and whatever. This is an absolute death sentence to a animal, a raccoon or a goose or a duck or whatever. It gets hung up in that. It's like a snare, and they're going to die a slow and painful death if they get tangled up in that. So, you know, don't be an idiot. I will have to pick this up and carry it out of here. But wasn't walking through here so much out in the water because I was walking downstream, and I don't like to walk downstream in the water because you pick up all the mud and debris and stuff, and you just cloud the water up ahead of you. You can't see anything. So on my way back to the truck here, I've been walking in the water going against the current. And hopefully we'll find one last bottle here. But if not, that's okay. We found one really good bottle, and I'm certainly happy with that. And I'll let you know if we find anything else. Alright, gonna do a little wrap up here of the video. I got to go out looking on the river actually 2 different times, Saturday evening and Sunday evening. I didn't find anything on Sunday evening other than those nasty fake teeth, and I actually got to thinking about that a little bit more. And the way I want to think about those teeth is, I think there was a guy that had just gotten a really nice boat, and he had been out on the river having a great time. He was going along with his buddies, having a wonderful time, hollering, had a big smile on his face, and his teeth just flew right out of his mouth, and that's how I found them. So that's the story that I've made up about those teeth. But anyway, I thought I'd throw that in the video just for fun. Here's that rock I found. I've been picking up rocks all the time. I really like this one. Really cool. Anyway, here's that bottle I found. This is by far the most clean and most pristine old bottle that I've found out of the river. This bottle, it rinsed out just with water, just almost perfectly clean. And I think the reason for that is this bottle, as soon as it was thrown in the river, it went right to the bottom. And I don't really think this bottle has ever been out of the water since then. So for the last 90 to 100 years that this bottle has been in the river, it's been at the bottom. The river has been way down, and it's still probably in 6 to 8 inches of water. I just don't think this bottle has ever been exposed to air, and I don't think it's been exposed to that much sunlight either. There wasn't any green like algae or anything growing in there that you just have to scrub and scrub and scrub and scrub to get out of these bottles. So it's been just preserved perfectly. But I cleaned it up a little bit more, and I went over the letters with my white pen, and I filled it up with black sand too. I think that makes the bottle look really nice. Any of the bottles I'm going to put on my shelf for display, I like to fill up with sand. I get this from Hobby Lobby in this 1.5 pound jar. It's for $3. So this is a 7-ounce bottle, and then this is what I have left. This is a brand new jar of sand, so I got a little more than half this jar left, so I'll have plenty to do another bottle out of this jar. But I think it really makes them look nice, really displays nice, makes them where you can really read them too. But I looked up a little information on Henry Gagan, and he was born in 1876. He died in 1951. In 1909, he bought the Star City Bottling Works. I'm pretty sure at that time that they were a brewery. They was bottling beer. I'm almost sure of that. I couldn't really find a whole lot of information on him though. But anyway, in 1920, that's when Prohibition kicked in. So after that, they couldn't bottle beer anymore. This company actually, the Star City Bottling Works, they actually lasted until around 1930. So they almost made it all the way through Prohibition. Prohibition was repealed in 1933. A lot of breweries in Indiana went out of business when Prohibition came along in 20. So they almost lasted the whole time, but they didn't quite make it. I think this bottle here, I think this would have been after 1920 because it's clear. And so when Prohibition kicked in, they started bottling sodas and like fruit juices and cider, stuff like that. So I think, non-alcoholic stuff. So I think because this bottle is clear, I think this would have been after 1920. It couldn't have been after 1930 though, because that's when the company was out of business. It was gone by 1930. So, depending on when this was made, this could be, a 90 to 100-year-old bottle. And it's in really good shape. I'm really happy with this bottle. It was a great find. I do have this exact same bottle, though I've only found one other one of these. I do find these broken
along the river, but this is only the second one I've ever found that's whole. So my other one, I should have brought it out here for the video, but it's in another video, I'm sure. But I did it in yellow letters, so I got one. So this one's a little bit different. But yeah, it turned out really great. I'm really happy with this, and all in all, it was a good fun time. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.